ruled by Hafez al-Assad for 30 years until his death in 2000. He was replaced by his son, Bashar, and he continued to rule and dictate the country. Meanwhile, the early 2010s saw the rise of the Arab Spring. Dictators in Tunisia and Egypt were quickly overthrown, and so was the most deadliest dictator in Africa, Muammar Gaddafi. After 12 years of violent rule, the Syrian people had enough and wanted to follow the path of the Egyptians, Tunisians, and Libyans, and revolt starting the civil war. Opposition groups started to rise up in the south in 2011, and in June, the revolution spread in the east. In 2012, Syria saw more action with Kurdish rebels rising up in the north and the rebels getting stronger on the borders of neighboring countries. Speaking of countries, there was lots of support in the Syrian civil war. The Republicans got support from Iran, Russia, Iraq, while the rebels got backing from Turkey and more democratic nations. There was also the Autonomous Administration of North and East Syria, and they were fighting for a democratic Syria. Now they were getting more support from the democracies. In July, the rebels took the northeast as they continued to expand later in the year. In 2013, the rebels successfully took the north until in April, ISIS entered the conflict as a third party. They began swift and quick attacks in the rebel faction. The ISIS insurgency quickly threw the three parties off as they had to fight separately against them. None of them, other than ISIS, made gains in Syria. ISIS made continuous gains in 2014. By August 2015, ISIS occupied a good majority of Syria, but it wasn't over yet. Although Al-Qaeda got involved in the war on the side of ISIS in late 2014. In 2016, finally, ISIS was getting tired, and Rojava and the resistance rebels were finally making some ground. In September of 2016, the Turkish army launched an intervention in northern Syria on the side of the rebels. In 2017, it was the United States under Donald Trump who helped push back the ISIS insurgents, and they quickly began to decline. The war still continues today, and it is one of the world's deadliest current conflicts. It was one of the most impactful conflicts as it triggered spillovers in countries like Iraq, Lebanon, and other neighboring countries. As of today of 2022, this is the 11th year that the Syrian civil war has been going on.